Today we'll see the few concepts of the answer writing. I've been receiving a lot of requests about the answer writing thing, and I examined few of the copies, so I thought of making a very basic video about the answer writing. So answer writing is an art. It will come with time. It won't happen in a day. So answer writing basically it's a three-way strategy. This is how I see the answer writing. First is your reading, or say content. Okay, when we read, or like we are reading the newspaper, so we come across a lot of news articles, lot of editorial. So at that time, that content is not organized. It's here and there. Like suppose there's this one article of climate change. Okay, climate change, and it showed the impact on the health. Okay, and then again there was this one article which showed the impact on the biodiversity. Okay, so lot of content is disorganized. So before moving to the answer writing, okay, we need to organize our content. Okay, disorganized, we need to organize at a single place. Okay, we'll see how to do that. Okay, so this is the first step, organization of content. Okay, then there comes the second step. Okay, second step is the memorization. This is, I'm telling you, that mains is about the memorization, and the beauty of the mains is that to a great extent you can predict the mains. So focus on memorization of what? Your organized content. Okay, for this you need to do the multiple revisions. Okay, coming to the third step. Third step is structuring of content as per the demand of the question. This is very important. See, we are reading a lot of things, but the question is about a particular thing, specific thing. So whatever you have in your mind, you need to structure that content as per the demand of the question. Okay, suppose say the question is discuss the impact of climate change. This is the question. Now we have read about a lot of things. What is climate change? What we all have read, like what is climate change? Okay, factors for climate change, factors. Okay, then there are ways out, how to check it. Okay, and then there are Paris deal, lot of things. All these things not required into this answer. So we need to see what is required in a particular answer. We need to structure that content and then gonna write it. I'll show you with one example also. Okay, the fourth and the last step is the enrichment, or say the value addition in the answer. Value addition. Okay, what do I mean by the value addition? Okay, value addition, there are few things: facts, okay, figures, okay, flow charts, okay, case studies, okay, examples, etc. Now these things will add the depth, to the answer, and will also make it unique and comprehensive. Okay, so what we have looked so far, this is the first step. We are here. Okay, and this is a model answer. Okay, to reach here we have to pass through some steps. Okay, first is organization of content. Okay, I'll tell you how to do that. Second is your structuring part, and third is value addition. Okay, now it's a stepwise journey. It won't happen in a one day. You will write few answers and then you will realize that how difference it makes. Then it comes to a model answer. Okay. Now the question is how to organize the content. If you are targeting the mains for this year or say mains 2024, okay, and you have spent almost like 1 year, 2 year in your preparation, okay, by chance, by any factor you could not clear the prelims. So what you have to do is that now I told you mains you can predict because the syllabus of the mains is defined. Okay, prelims syllabus is not defined. Okay, so what you do, you make 4 booklets: GS1, GS2, GS3, okay, and GS4. Okay, take the syllabus of these four. Okay, take the syllabus of these four. Pick up the word, okay, and move word by word. Okay, what I want you to do is that for that particular word in the syllabus you should not have your content more than 2 pages. Okay, and what you are going to have in those pages is your value addition material, some argument which you think you can use in the answers predominantly. वो चीज आपको करनी है. I'll give you one example. Suppose GS4 में there is this topic work culture. Okay, work culture. Now if you will see, now what all you need not to about the work culture: definition, we all know what is the work culture. Okay, then factors which defines work culture. Okay, now status, what is the status both in government versus private. Okay, then few case studies or examples. Okay, so what you have to do is that in the booklet of GS4 there is this one topic, work culture. Okay, work culture. Okay, you have to have at least 2 to 3 case studies of good work culture. Good work culture, like say suppose Infosys, Tata, they really take care of their employees. So you can look for how the Tata is like. Tata is having their own provident fund for their employees, and they are giving more than what the EPFO is offering. Okay, so they care in that sense. Okay, for example, Tata has had a policy in this Taj attack that whoever sacrificed their life, so Tata Trust is taking care of their children and the family. So it's a good example of work culture. Now this is positive. Also have 2-3 examples of negative work culture. Okay, work culture. For example, you can say that now there has been in the news that a lot of companies are firing their employees due to recession or say anything. So without giving their due benefit. So that creates an uncertainty on the part of employees. So that's not an example of good work culture. So you can, this way you can note down 2-3 examples of the negative work culture. Okay. What other things you can have? You can have the factors. You can make a flow chart like this. Okay, factors which decides the work culture. Like that, for each word in the syllabus, okay, you should have this 1 page or say 2 page notes, so that it will be easy for you in the memorization. Okay. Now coming to the very first part, how to organize the content. How to organize the content. Wherever you have your content, in whichever booklet, whether it is disorganized, organized, you start directly memorizing it. Okay, keeping these 4 booklets beside you, having the words of the syllabus. Okay, suppose there's this one thing you read about environment. Say environment. Say suppose pollution. Environment maybe pollution. This was the news that 18 out of 13 cities, say suppose 18 out of 13 cities, polluted cities, 18 out of 30 polluted cities are in India. Okay, this is something you have memorized. Okay, now there is this one part of pollution. Okay, in GS3. Now there only you mention these facts. Write it. Okay. Again, say suppose after 10 pages or 15 pages, you found one news while reading the newspaper, or say in your own notes only, you found something related to the say landfills. Okay, that recently there was this news in Delhi that landfill got the fire because of increase of temperature reacted with the methane and it caused the fire. Okay, so that was a case of mismanagement of solid waste. Okay, because of solid waste. So you can take that point, okay, and you can write it here. So over a period of time, in the next coming few days, you will have your own compilation as per the topic of the syllabus. This will help you in structuring your answer, this will help you in memorization also, and this will add the depth to the answer. Okay, these things you have to do. Okay, now the another question comes, how to write an answer. Okay, writing an answer, as I told you, is an art. Okay, it will come with time. There are few things which are very basics to write the answer. Okay, first and foremost thing is understanding of the question. Understanding of question. Okay, this is the most important thing. Okay, you need to understand what type of question it is. Okay, and how many parts it has. Okay, first I'll write here type of question. Whether it's a direct question or camouflaged question, you need to identify what is being asked. Okay, second, parts in the question. Okay, and third is the most important thing, which is that how much space you are going to allocate to every part of the question. Space provided for answer. Space provided for the answer. Okay, I'll take one example. I think I'm going too much behind climate change. Suppose there's this one question that in recent times, okay, wildfires have become norm. Okay, discuss the climate change. Discuss the impact of climate change and list the way out. Suppose this is the question. Way out. Okay. Now in this question, if you will look at, first, in recent time wildfires have become known. Okay. Now this is not the part of the question. It is setting the context. Okay. So we need not to write about the wildfires. Okay. We'll just mention about the recent phenomena of wildfires. We can give some examples, like Canada, recently it happened. Last year it was in Australia. So we can mention it, but we don't have to write about the wildfires. Okay, the question starts from here. Discuss. Okay, discuss the impact of climate change. Okay, and the word is discuss. Okay, second important word is enlist. Enlist the way out. Okay, so there are two things. One is discuss and second is enlist. Okay, this is what I was telling. Understanding of the question is very important. Okay, now we got the understand. Okay, type of question we have seen, it's a camouflage type question. Okay, then parts of the question. So we have identified that there are two parts. This is first, this is second part. Okay, then comes that space allocation. Okay, space allocation. Now we'll see. Discuss means we have to give reasons. Okay, say suppose climate change का impact में there is this migration of species. Okay, so we can't write that because of the climate change the species are migrating. Okay, this is an impact, but we have to explain that why they are migrating. Okay, suppose if we write the same statement in such a manner that because of the climate change, the temperature is increasing and which is leading to the wildfires, which is causing the migration of the species. Now, this is a region. So, in discuss, we have to explain why and how part. This is very important. Okay. Second is enlisting. Enlisting is what type? What type means you have to give 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to just enlist. Okay. Now, since it is of why and how, we need to allocate more space to this part. More space to this part, and this is of what type, we are going to give less space to this part. Okay, clear? Now, suppose this is a 15 marker question. 15 marker question. Now I'll show how to write an answer. Okay. First, focus on structure. Okay. Structure mein there are 3 parts. Okay. One is introduction. Okay. Second is your main body. And third is your conclusion. We need to have, this is a must thing. Okay, every question you try to write in this format. Okay, then if we look at the answer of this, we'll also see that how to use the flowchart smartly. Okay, you will write the introduction. Okay, you can start this climate change, wildfires, and why this is there, or you may define climate change, direct, indirect, start, whichever way you want to do. Okay, now I told you in question they were not asking about the wildfires. Okay, since they have mentioned that in recent time wildfires have increased, you make a box here. Okay, a small box, very small. Okay, and you mention wildfires. Okay, so suppose this is you mention, and just show some wildfires like Bush wala jo tha, Australia. Okay, now this is Canada wildfires. Okay, last year it was USA wildfires. Okay, this thing. Now you just mention it. Okay, now this will add to the presentation part. Okay, better the flowchart, better how you are designing it. Okay, it will improve. Okay, now coming to the main body, impacts. Okay, impacts. Now in impacts, try to write into the subheadings, because impacts, there are a lot of impacts, so you can club into the major heads. Okay, like say suppose first impact will be on say hydrosphere. Okay, hydrosphere पे क्या impact है, land use change के क्या impact है, what are the impacts on the biodiversity, economic impacts, social impacts में you can add the health and these migration patterns like this. Okay, now there are 3 pages, so you have to explain. Okay, explain. There will be one argument. Argument is why this impact, as I told you in that case of migration. Okay, then there will be some example or case study. This part is your value enrichment. Okay, and how you can improve the presentation with this, like you wrote the argument on this side of the paper, you mention the case study into this side of the paper. Okay, or what you can do is that then there will be second argument. Okay, you wrote the argument and you drew the diagram here. Okay, or you wrote the argument on this side, drew the diagram here. Okay, then there will be third. Okay, you this thing, and case study, example, facts, whatever it is there, you showed in the flowchart. Like say suppose this you want to show about the wildfires, then this climate change. Okay, you draw like this. इससे क्या हो रहा है? Rise of temperature. Okay, then friction produced by winds. Okay, and then it's leading to the wildfires. Okay, and what the wildfire is doing? The migration of the species. Now, why I am telling you to use the flow chart smartly? See, this will save your space and time. completion of the paper is the topmost priority. So we have to complete the 20 questions, or not 20 to say 18 to 19 questions. Okay. So how we are going to save our time? Using the flowcharts. Okay. So you have to smartly use the flowcharts, and it won't happen in a one day. Okay. It will happen with time. Okay. So spend some time into the answer writing. It will come. Okay. This thing, and then 2 pages we decided for discuss type, and then in the this thing suggest enlist the ways out. Okay. So enlist में again we have to tell them that these are the ways out. Okay. So you can draw a flow chart enlisting में, or you can simply say 1 2 3 depending on the time of the question and how you want to present, and then the conclusion. This will complete your answer into a good manner. Okay. You try to apply this strategy in every answer. Initially you will have a resistance, but with time you will see the change, and definitely it will help you to score good marks. Okay. One more thing I wanted to tell you into the answer writing is the completion of the paper. Completion of the paper. Okay. Look, you attempted one question with a good quality. Okay. Suppose it's a 10 marker. And he gave you 4 marks on an average. Okay. But you added the quality, you spent the time, and you got 1 mark extra. 4 plus 1 mark is for quality. So how much you scored? 5 out of 10. Okay. Now, if we write with the average quality means we'll do some value addition, we'll add some diagrams, etc., but not with every argument, and we say suppose get 4.5 marks. Okay. But if because of this quality part we miss one question, then we are going to lose straight away a 10 marker question. Okay. Consider the second scenario. Second scenario, we wrote with the average quality, so we scored 4.5. Okay. Plus we attempted this question with say even less quality, will score how much marks? 3 marks. So the total score is how much? 7.5. 7.5 marks out of 10. You tell me which is better, scoring 5 or scoring 7.5. So this is my sincere request. Try to complete the paper. Completion of the paper is the topmost priority, and it will come that how you are structuring your answer, how much space and time you are giving to a particular answer. Okay. How much time you are taking for the quality addition, how much time you are taking to draw the diagram, how much time you are taking to thinking, brainstorming. Okay. If you will organize your notes as I have told you, as per the syllabus, as per the paper wise, this will organize your syllabus and will give you the direct ready-made structure which you can directly apply into the exam hall. So what you have to do is that try to memorize. Okay. So that when you see the question, you have just to write it. Okay. Your hand and brain will be trained so much with the answer writing that there you won't face difficulty in producing the points. Okay. And again, mains is predictable. If you memorize, if you will look at the syllabus, it will really help you. Okay. Last point about the people who could not clear the prelims 2023. Okay. Don't be sad. This is the nature of the exam. It happens 1 or 2 times with every candidate. Okay. This is the best time for you to prepare for the mains 2024. Okay. What you have to do is that enrich your notes. Okay. Don't lose the hope. Okay. This is the time for the mains value addition, practice, and filling up the gaps. You can practice the essay also. Okay. Because essay is also the one of the game changing element into the UPSC preparation. And from the February, okay, February, March, April, May, you can start your exclusive preparation for the prelims. Okay. So till January, please try to focus on the mains, because after prelims you can ask anyone. The time is very limited. It will be very difficult for the people who have not prepared earlier. So what will happen if you will prepare now? Everything will be ready-made for you in 2024. You just have to memorize, revise, and practice and write in the exam hall. So please I have seen people who did not clear the prelims in first attempt, okay, and they scored a single digit ranks into the second attempt because they effectively utilized this time. Okay, so my sincere request is please utilize this time. Thank you, all the best. You can reach out to me, okay, anytime. If you need any assistance, please feel free to contact me through VSS team. Thank you so much.